Behind me is the new Lotus Emira, and here's what makes it so different from my daily driven Lotus Evora. For context, before I drove this car, I really thought that this was just going to be a very updated version of the Evora, and I have been incredibly surprised. From looking at the car, obviously there are some major styling differences, but I think my favorite styling difference is here in the door. This door shape is very reminiscent of the Avaya. Opening it up, the first thing that is really important to note is the door sill here is shorter and it's thinner and it's lower, which means it's way easier to get in and out of the car. This is the first edition, which means it's the 400 horsepower 2G RFE supercharged that I have in my car, and it's a 6-speed manual, which means this is the exact same drivetrain, but it doesn't feel like it when you're driving the car. It's got some major updates to the interior, like this digital gauge cluster, and of course we've got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But other than that, the interior is still really simple and light. One thing that I really like is that they keep all of the climate controls separate. Most importantly, it dials in everything that the Evora was slightly lacking in the first generation, aka my generation. The gear selector is incredibly tight, the steering is really tight, the suspension is stiff but very sporty, and everything about it is fantastic. It's so similar to the Evora, but not similar enough that I would replace it. I would just add it to my garage. And I mean, what better place to take it for a test drive?